Some fire enchantments in the bazaar are outright busted. Do you know that fiery lemonade stand exists? When you sell a small item, it says, your leftmost burn item gains +1 burn. You pile that on, I don't know, maybe Matchbox, and then it just becomes insane. Especially if you have chocolate bars to sell. When you have Chocoholic, you're selling medium items as big items, and you get 2 chocolate bars on each one. This particular pig, he came into the bazaar thinking, I'll go into the silk trade. He established himself pretty hard to the point that he needed a location. He bought himself a pawn shop, and this property is like super high value now. He has driven up the price, and that he's gentrified the crap out of that neighborhood to the point he annexed a gym. It is just decked out to the nines. Even purchased a lemonade stand to put in front of all those thirsty people exercising. Then he set it all on fire to collect some awesome insurance. The fiery pawn shop is also completely busted. Your burn items have plus burn equal to 15% of the item's value. This is what I've been using so far, but then I found the insane lemonade stand being sold by this maniacal pyromaniac, and it's going to be completely busted right now. This build is going to obliterate the opposition. Let's go into Sniper Monkey's domain and just burn it down to cinder. There will be nothing but ash when I'm done with you, little Dooley. All your mechanisms shall char, and I will laugh as you become a gooey pile of lubricant. Look at this. 1500 burn in, what was that, maybe 6 seconds? That was pretty good result. It's only going to get more ridiculous. This is going to be idiotic, the level of burn that's going to happen as we go forward. Let's go into Curio. Curio is an excellent, hopefully he will sell some extra fire items. Not that it matters anymore. I always hunt for this guy. I've been hunting for this guy while I try to sell things for feed the fiery pawn shop, but now all we need is just small items. That's all we need thanks to the lemonade stand. So basically just buy everything. It really does not matter what it is as long as it's small. These Matchbox are going to get constantly charged. Also, something else that I have is the fiery marbles, also enchanted by fire, but because they slow, and I have the shoals, the thick hide from the, what is it? Is it like island shoal or something like that? Every time I slow, I charge items. So I just want to slow a ton and charge items, and the entire of the build is just getting a ton of little items that go off a lot. And that's basically the basis of any Matchbox build. But because of the slow effect, I've held on to those marbles. So anyway, just keep on getting those Matchbox, getting even more fired up. At this point, I could just sell the silk, honestly. It just doesn't even have time to go off. By the time all this fire is happening, it's probably a better idea to just maximize the fire output. But I am too. Ooh, we got ourselves some boots. I do have these bandages that are hasted. They're not all that helpful, but now they're going to be much better. The silk, I'm like, I kind of want to sell them, but I'm too attached. This is what brought me into the bazaar. This is what established my business. I'm not going to betray my roots. That is just silly. Let's see if we can maximize the profit. Unfortunately, I'm just freaking broke. It's time to sell this gym. All my customers are fat and ugly anyway. There's no hope for them. So let me just get some extra cash, because the entire philosophy now is to get this Matchbox to the moon. And it has been super nice to get the extra health from every time that you buy something. I will buy a weapon. I will get 100 health out of that gym. It has been a super huge addition to my health pool. Let's get this skill first. It may be relevant. before selling off the items. This is all garbage. This is all for weapons. I own no weapons. You may call me a pacifist, but it's more an arsonist if we are honest with ourselves. This is pretty decent. It will give me some sustain. All of these skills, they're not that exciting with the build that I got right now. I guess we can upgrade the fiery lemonade stand when I level up, I suppose. I mean, I don't think we're gonna be hurting for more shield. So let's go with the upgrades to lemonade stand. It will give me a little bit of extra health when we level up, when I sell the small items. Let's get another small item. I think going into the Ande little piece of trash that constantly berates me is not a good idea anymore, because the items that he generates, they're so damn expensive. We just want some cheap ass little items that we can sell for profit and for more fire. So just toss all this crap into the garbage and give me that extra wonderful +1 to the Matchbox. Feels wrong because Matchbox is the current one of the broken pig builds right now, but I don't think I've ever seen one as fat as what you're witnessing right now. Let's see how far we can get it. I'm going to assert my dominance on the Awakened District, even though the property baron has this skill that would make the pawn shop twice as valuable. I recognize that as the smartest thing that I want. No, I'm going to assert my dominance on the Awakened District that has destroyed me so many times, just to prove to myself that I can do it. Honestly, at this point, I've gone for that property baron skill so many times. It has to be at least 20 times that I fought that guy. No, it has to be like 30 or 40 times that I fought that guy. Zero times has that skill drop for me. So I am starting to wonder if it even drops at all. I don't know. Please let me know if you know whether it drops or not. Feels like it's either broken or by design. You're not meant to have it. Let's get ourselves the 5 small items. Gee, wonder what I will do with these 5 small items. Let me have more burn. It also buys and sells some silk. It's fantastic. Oh, look, it's a slow enchantment. Wonder what can we slow now? Turns out that my Matchbox is not yet enchanted. It can go off 20 times a second and charge itself and everything around it. You really shouldn't have. Like, honestly, you shouldn't have given me this upgrade. Haste enchantment now. It's why not? Just keep piling on the power on this build. It's getting absolutely ridiculous. I have never seen something this silly. Now, that's not a guarantee that how much a small item really doesn't do much, does it? It's just 1 second, but it does have the multicast, so that's decent. In this current patch, even this utterly broken nonsense, you cannot count on it being overpowering. There are so many infinite combos out there right now in this current patch, which I feel is still healthier than getting 2,000 poison in 3 seconds by Monitor Lizard. Probably still better, but you know, maybe this build is quite the outlier. I don't think I've seen something quite this violent that burns things down so quickly. Let me know if you have seen something even more outrageous, but in my experience, sure, there are. You know what? I think I'm going to not go for this enchantment, because only this silk is left to enchant, and it goes off maybe once in a battle, if that. So I think I'm better off just going to buy some large items to get myself more chocolate bars. That's the extent of the improvements that you can do here. It's a tragedy of riches, an embarrassment of riches to be so damn resourceful. This is outrageous, the amount of burn that we can pile up on this Matchbox. Unfortunately, nothing. Oh man, we got ourselves a golden fort. It's a golden fort. It is time to sell my silk. Even though I have loved the silk, it is also, it feels dirty because the fort is also so overpowering this run. Like the succulents can go as well, because even though they are more fire, they only go off once every 4 seconds. It's really one more item that I had because I had nothing better. Clearly the +1 to enemy cooldowns and how often this item is going to go off is the perfect fit for what we got going on right now. It hurts my roots to be getting rid of the silk and how much goodness it has piled upon my business and my reputation. But we need to cash out, buy ourselves this fort on the coast, and annihilate all invaders with cannons. And of course, fiery projectiles from my pyromaniac friends. Anyway, we also have bonk. So the enemy's cooldowns are going to be completely neutralized. I cannot fathom an opponent that can withstand something like this, but I am sure it exists. Once again, it's like, do I want expensive items, or do I want 5 small items that will give me all the benefits I could possibly want? The choice is pretty clear, and it's kind of weird. You get to this point in the game where the items, well, let's go back to the freaking Awakened District. The experience is too good to pass up. You get to this point where the items are so expensive that unless you're looking for that missing piece in your build, you're much better off to get all these really tiny marginal improvements. How long was that fight? Was that 3 seconds? Ooh. Your shield damage. Oh man, this small power-up will give me, I don't know, 500, 463, and an upgrade to my my leftmost properties. Jeez, I wonder if I'll put the upgrade on the fort and they will give me an extra second on enemy cooldowns. Yes, please. Once again, you really shouldn't have. This run went from overpowered to just outrageous. This is the most powerful thing I have ever put together in this game. And there have been some patches that were just ridiculous. This may beat day 1 Vanessa crit build because of the super high health total. Let's just buy a bunch of stuff here. There is no way I'm losing. I'm going to stake my gamer cred reputation. So I'm just going to buy and sell everything that I can possibly grab. I think I have the money for the last one, so let me just buy and sell that gem. So easy. I am such a magnet. I am a magnet for money and a magnate for properties. And I'm going to clean out the property business in this damn town. I'm going to be infamous. I'm going to be the Bill Gates of properties, like he is to agriculture. I'm going to be the George Soros of the bazaar. The conspiracy theorists will loathe me and whisper my name with seething hatred. Give me some. Meanwhile, here I am playing with my gumball machine, feeding it to the never-ending fire, the hungry engine of flame that burns in my heart. All right, little robot, little pathetic trash heap, Gripper's realm. How about you get a hold of this clock, because there's no way you're going to grip my riches. And even if you do, I'm going to beat you. I'm going to survive to fight another day, because I still can lose one fight and come back with yet another opportunity at winning. But yeah, you got no chance, buddy. Maybe, I guess with the haste is supposed to scale out of control, and he does have the lifesteal. What was that? 5 seconds? Was that a 5-second fight? I actually need to see, is there a place where it says how long the fight took? I don't see it. That was 5,000 shield. It went off 10 times in how short that fight was. I don't see a place where you can see it. Let me just, let's click that replay again and just count how long that took. It's just crazy, man. It's insane. Let's get the replay going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Almost 8 seconds. I think I was counting a little too fast. 8 seconds is probably longer than day 1 Vanessa crit fights. Although my max health probably would have withstood that. Well, there you have it. The most overpowered build I've ever had. 10-piece nugget. Ah, this is such a tragedy. It still keeps happening, this visual bug, where you get an amazing build and it just gets completely borked. Who cares? It's 3 chests for me. Let's go into the collection. Oh yeah, 2 more pips. Climbing up those ranks. They're completely worthless. Let's go to the collection. Open up a bunch of chests because I have them give me more shiny digital objects for me to covet and to treasure. Going to my digital collection and just like, I have digital items. Oh, look at all these numbers. I have enjoyed this game so freaking much. It tickles my autism like nothing else. I absolutely adore it. See you in whatever nonsense comes next.